Blueberry juice, wine, syrup, jelly. It's a blueberry bonanza on today's Express. On today's show,
you can see some of the older stars.
Stargazing through the James Webb Telescope.
Might even be able to show us back far enough in time to unlock some of those mysteries of really how we all got here.
Here at the Richmond Art Gallery, people are looking at fiber in a whole new way.
Fibre Optics at the Richmond Art Gallery.
506!
And introducing a new sport called pickleball. See that and more, local expression.
Oh, yes, surely, we did it, yes! Way to go, Shirley.
Welcome to the Express at Wellbrook Winery in Delta, BC. I'm Kendall Harris, filling in for Johanna Ward. We start today's show with our Cultus Lake Big Summer feature and a bird's eye view of Lillooet. That's right, the best way to see the spectacular scenery around this BC town is on a Blackcomb Helicopter Tour.
Big Summer is brought to you by Cultus Lake Water Park, BC's #1 water park.
Lillooet is a quaint little town with a lot of history, plenty of places to shop, hike, or grab a cup of tea. But something's always told me that there's adventure here if you just know where to look for it.
How fast can we seem to go? Hold on.
Blackcomb Helicopter Tours can take you on a high-speed, high-altitude expedition to give you a new perspective on Lillooet.
Guys, why don't we head out to the lake and have a look at a beautiful scene lake?
First-time flyers will have the ability to see from the bird's eye view, something that is hard to imagine, and will be eye level with mountain goats and bald eagles, and you really get a good understanding of the geography of the area.
There we go, guys. We're flying.
Relatively new to the area, Blackcomb Aviation works with the province for wildlife surveys and fire control, but also tours groups and individuals over the Fraser Canyon's beautiful landscape.
12 o'clock, clinging to the cliff bank, and you'll see something really neat, some real cool history here, guys.
The most spectacular part of Lillooet is the scenery. We have some incredible peaks, some very rugged terrain. We are able to showcase glaciers, some beautiful little blue alpine lakes, and it's all within 15-minute flight of lifting off from Lillooet.
Today, Scott took up a pair of local teens who'd never been in a helicopter before. The experience will not soon be forgotten, and they were ready to tell their friends to try it as soon as they'd landed.
I think they should, because I had quite a bit of fun. It was a good time. It was awesome. It was great. A lot of fun. Nice terrain to see. It was great. Yeah. It's one of the coolest things you can do in Lillooet.
Scott and his team can be reached for bookings at blackcombaviation.com. From the skies over Lillooet, I'm Paul McClellan for Big Summer.
Big Summer is brought to you by Cultus Lake Water Park, BC's #1 water park.
I'm at Wellbrook Winery in Delta today to learn about and taste all the local delicacies, juices, wines, foods, and best of all, to meet owner Terry Bremner.
We've always had a goal to not be just a winery, it's an experience. And that's what our initial goal was to have, that, we'd have good wines, good products, but also an experience. And right now we're in a 100-year-old building. The site is an old heritage site. We just won an award this year for the restoration of the heritage building. So that was part of it. It was to, again, provide a good product, good wines, good juices, but also the experience that people will remember coming to this winery. This is 11% alcohol, made just straight from blueberries. There's no additives.
Fermented blueberries. Cheers.
Fermented. Cheers.
That's so good for summer, hey? Wow.
Yeah, yeah. And in the winter. A lot of people have the impression that fruit wine is a sweet, syrupy, pancake syrup type wine, and ours are quite dry.
Wellbrook Winery is also the source of the very successful Bremner's blueberry juice, made differently from most juices on the market.
I just thought I wanted to use premium fruit, and it makes a big difference because then you don't need sugars, don't need anything added. So it was just, I'd experienced good quality elsewhere. They came back and just had a desire to make the best you could.
Later on in the show, we'll see just where those Bremner blueberries come from. But first, a unique new exhibit at Richmond Art Gallery called Fibre Optics, taking knitting, stitching, and weaving into new directions and new expressions.
Natural and synthetic, old and new. Here at the Richmond Art Gallery, people are looking at fiber in a whole new way.
There are so many things to be gotten from these works, from the materials, the color, the tactility. So they are drawn into it. And then, of course, they are drawn into what the works are actually about.
This one's called Rice Paddies. Frances Dorsey dyed and printed 28 cotton panels to recreate the landscape of Vietnam.
I like the colors and the way she expressed the rice paddies on her material. And as well, she's telling a story here, and I think she really did it very nicely with material.
And over here is Ed Pien's Corridor, which is constructed from ropes, video projections, and drawings. Walking through it creates a sense of journey and movement.
The rope almost becomes a drawing in space, and they work really well with the drawings that are near the netting. He worked with a very difficult space, and he, negotiated it with the drawings very beautifully.
But perhaps the most fantastical creations are these things. Hybrids, cartoon-like creatures suspended in midair.
The faces, the poses, you have one doll that is part animal, part human. You have one of the dolls that is holding a head in each hand. The works are so beautifully rendered with all of the stitching. People are quite captivated by the works.
Hybridity is the latest work by French artist Jérôme Havre. It's a look at multiculturalism from a mythical point of view.
The blending of cultures, or people coming together, people being transported.
Aside from all the meanings and context, these threads are just plain cool to look at, which proves that fiber can be an excellent source of inspiration. I'm Tim Chung in Richmond for The Express.
Fibre Optics is on display until August 28th. For more information, visit their website. Thank you for watching The Express. Stay tuned for more summer surprises. After the break,
I love to do my artwork, and what a beautiful place to do it in, and share it with the world, share our culture.
Aboriginal art with a master Coast Salish carver. And a family that plays together, stays together, thanks to pickleball.
It's kind of nice to be able to come down in one car.
You're watching local TV on The Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.